y'all, it's Desade, and we back at it again with a back at it again. But this time, I got a treat for you. I am rebuilding a fence because of my neighbor. His trees are terrible. They are always falling, knocking down our fence, damaging our pool. He don't care because they fall our way and not his way. On the bright side, you guys do get a nice DIY fence building video, so a win is a win. Starting off, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this wood into smaller pieces so it can be screwed onto the post. And once we have that done, we'll be able to put up the rails. Right now, my sister Dominique is handing me the rail, and she is stepping away to make sure that everything is lined up perfectly. So when I screw this into the post, I don't have to worry about taking it down, repositioning it, none of that. Go ahead and make sure everything is level before you screw it in. And once you have that screwed in, you can go ahead and grab your rail. I'm going to position it to see how much I need to cut, because as you all can see, mine is a little bit longer. So I'm going to position it and mark it off with my marker so I can know exactly where to cut it. I do not want to cut it too short. You can cut it too long because you can inch it off a little bit. Never ever go too short. So make sure you either eyeball it really well or you mark it off good. Okay, I am going to go ahead and screw everything in. I did not use nails. You know, if I need to replace something, it's easier to take screws out instead of nails. All right, y'all, I do apologize, my battery head went dead, so I just went on ahead and put these up here. We got a full battery now, so y'all, we up in bed. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the opposite side of the post, which is fairly easy, by the way, because as you all can see, it's already done on the opposite side. So lining this up, easy. Now it is time for the moment we all have been waiting for, putting up the pickets. There are many ways that you can put up the pickets of your fence to make sure that everything is straight. Some people like to put a piece of wood or string along the bottom of it to apply the fence. That's how my mama did it, but as I went along, I found the method that fits for me. You all see at the top of the picket where you have this little notch cut out? That's called the dog's ear. I just like to look at that dog ear and I line it up and make sure that that V is perfect, and that is how I like to apply my fence. And I'm using screws for this part as well. Do not screw all the way into the wood because you can risk splitting it, things like that. I just like the screw to where it's flush across. If you take your finger and slide it across the wood, just make sure that it all is a even flat surface. That is how I like to screw in my screws. All right, now we are moving right along. Instead of using this rail to really see if everything is even, my mom wanna got me a string, honey, because my little arm's too small to be trying to hold up this big old wood. So you get the string, put it up on this side of the post, take it to the other side of the post, boom, you can mark off where you need it to be. And then I'm going to go ahead and get my saw, my circular saw it off really good, put her up there, child, and we are good to go.
Shadow turns to sun rays.
I thought you said you did the fence. When I already had it up, so you just put extra. She wouldn't let me. Get started.
I know something about sit down and do it.
Boom, you got a wedgie on camera.
Alright, y'all, we are going to continue putting up these pickets, and I am screwing the top row, and my sister Dominique is supposed to be doing the bottom row because she feels that I'll be able to move a little bit faster if I only had to worry about the top row and then she come behind me and do the bottom row. But why is it that when I step away and I have to make adjustments to the pickets to make sure that everything is leveled properly, honey, she wants to sit down and take a break. Honey, get up and do something. So that's why I was fussing at her in the previous clips, because what's going on? And this is what you call the dog ear. So when I was saying that I like mine to be a perfect V, that's how I know that everything is level. That is what I mean. And also, when you are installing the pickets, make sure that they are not sitting on the ground. If they are on the ground, then this will cause the wood to rot out. So to avoid that, before you screw everything in, when you line up the top part, look at the bottom of the wood. If it is sitting on the ground, take your circular saw, cut off a small notch to make sure that it is not on the ground, and then everything will be level. Look at my boy, y'all. Be sure to follow him on Instagram, Mr. Lincoln Alexander. Go Lincoln. Y'all, look at my sister. Look at my sister. Look at her. Look at her. Can't do nothing for them nails. Look at them. Look at them. Done bent my screw. Dutch, I don't even know how she got it up in there. I don't know what that girl doing. But look at me though. Slid through that thing like butter.
Can't go home now. Job is finished.
That's
Are
why
you
she
going
don't.
home?
So look, this girl, I'm gonna tell her that we cannot leave until the job is finished. And still, she wants to play around with these cotton picking nails. For some reason, she can't screw nothing standing up. She got to sit down. So yeah, this crazy. I never seen nothing like that. I don't know what she violating, but she violating something.
This ain't small.
And right now, as y'all can see, the sun is setting. So we're trying to beat this sunset, honey, because once the sun leaves, the bats come out and it's time for me to go. We're trying to get as much done as we can get done today. And then first thing in the morning, I woke up bright and early, got my teeth brushed, got myself ready, went right outside, got to it. Alright y'all, so right now I'm just putting up my rails, so when I wake up the next morning, all I will have to do is put up my pickets and I will be done with this portion of the fence. So I'm just measuring everything, cutting everything, and preparing myself for the next day. Alright you guys, now that it is the next day, thankfully I do have the rails put up. I can go ahead and get these pickets put up pretty quickly.
Turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon.
Hey, I'm not sure if you guys noticed that, but if you look at the bottom of the wood, there is a huge gap in between the wood and the ground. This is going to get larger and larger, so I am going to have to go back to Home Depot to get longer wood to make sure that everything looks as if it's one length, but the entire time I'm from 6 feet to 8 feet to 10 feet. So yeah, it's going to look like it's straight across, but I'm going to have to now individually cut each piece of wood to make sure that it fits properly, because we don't want a huge gap where, come on, you got a fence, but yeah, a body could come through. Like, don't nobody want that. Alright, y'all, we're here at the Home Depot, where the Home Depot is. We're going to get some more wood. We have enough, but the wood, the ground basically got a slope in it, okay? The ground slope, so we gotta get some longer wood to make the bottom wood not be too big of a gap. So yeah, that's what we're gonna let you make it in here.
Oh, well, I got a little slope. What we gonna get? How many you want to put for that spot?
I got
About 10 or 12?
this the whole slope right there.
Get about 15. Yeah. Show him, look.
You be throwing down, don't you?
She do. We gonna
Well, I
finish
know
today.
you be throwing down because I already seen you.
Her.
I'm just learning you. I'm just learning you.
We gonna finish it today.
I know you are.
Yep. She cutting up, man.
You got a YouTube channel?
That's what.
Are you making it now?
Say hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Or that's YouTube. That's your YouTube channel?
She do TikTok and YouTube. She just went viral on Instagram.
Alright y'all, be sure to follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is __BOON. So after we stood there and chit-chatted for a little bit, I am going to go ahead and get all of the wood that I need, and then we're going to head to the house and complete this project. Here is a better view of the slant that I was telling you guys about. Me and my sister are taking down the wood pieces that we have, and I'm going to get the longer pieces, flip it upside down to measure where from the bottom I need to cut it off. So when I put this piece of wood up, it'll come down farther than the previous wood that I had put up. So you could go piece by piece, measure out your wood, cut it, screw it up there, then go to the next piece, measure it, cut it, put it up there. My sister and my mom was like, well, let's just go ahead and cut all of them. But then I was like, no, because it's a slope. Like, I want to go piece by piece, but I did end up listening to them. I cut them all kind of the same length so that we could move a little bit faster, because they were just So I cut it and laid it up there, and then we could, speed through the process of getting it all up. Alright you guys, so this is what I mean. When you are measuring your wood, you do want to go ahead and flip it upside down so that when you make your cut, you will make your cut at the bottom part of the wood to make sure that you do not cut off the dog ear. And once you have the measurements made, go ahead and cut it off, put it up there, and you are good to go.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
to keep everything moving along, I am going to go ahead and prepare myself to put up the rails so that we can speed on through this process.
Trust, yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways.
So for this portion of the video, I do believe I only had about 5 pieces of the long wood left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that to the side for now, and I am going to go to the right side of the fence where that side does call for short pieces. So I'm going to use the short pieces that I do have to build that side, just to make sure for the rest of this slope I will have my long pieces if I need them again. Okay you guys, so right here I did run into a slight problem. I have a root that is stopping me from putting my wood where I need it to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this out so that I can continue installing this fence.
Fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat.
Alright y'all, so we got like I think 7 of the long pieces. So I'm gonna put the long pieces up here, and I am gonna cut them to make them match the previous longer pieces. And yeah, that's what I got so far. Almost done with this slab right here. Looking good.
Alright y'all, so for this portion of the fence, I'm just going to continue the process of cutting the longer pieces and making them line up straight with the rest of the fence. And once we do this, we are done with this side of the fence. So right now I'm just showing you guys that when you do have the wood upside down to be measured to be cut off, that you do have it off of the ground a little bit. So once you flip it over to be cut and then you place it on the fence right side up, everything will be lined up properly at the top and at the bottom. So just remember to leave a little space between the wood and the ground when you are cutting, so everything will line up the way you would like it to. Be sure to subscribe at Desade. You hear me? Yeah, my folks was like, let them see it. And let them see your face, because a lot of y'all do not be believing me when I say I do all of this. Yeah, it's me. I'm not sure if they recorded, but for this last piece I put up, I had to cut that plank in half because working left to right and coming to the middle is not going to line up properly. So I had to cut that piece in half for it to fit. Alright y'all, so now I am about to redo this tragic. By the time I get the drilling and stuff, they've been interrupted. Okay, so my mom and I have to tear this part of the fence down. This is towards the left side of the yard. We kind of nervous because there's a lot of leaves piled up from our neighbor's yard onto the fence. And we like, man, I hope ain't none of them leaves. But I was like, shoot, by the time I get the drilling and shaking the fence, they been ran out if it was. Hopefully, so y'all bear with us. We gonna find out. Once we have the fence down, we are going to get our rakes to try to push the leaves away so that I can build the fence. Well, first I have to put up the rails, but y'all already saw me do that a couple of times, so we're going to speed through this process. We ain't got time for that. And I do not want to bore y'all, so yeah, once we got the rails up, we're going to continue to demolish this, what we call a fence, so that we can put up our new one. I swear.
Look at me sometimes like all you want to do is run. Hear me out, hear me out.
Yeah, look at this thing. It's so rotten.
Y'all, with this part of the fence, I was rolling. I was in my zone. I think I finally understood everything to make myself go faster. My mom does have all of my planks lined up for me, so I could just zoop, 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 zoom right through it. And I did go ahead and put the rails up for a majority of the fence so that I could just go, 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 go. So when you're working up on your fence, go ahead and get them rails up. Speed right through it.
I was insecure within myself.
Well, you ain't ugly, so you don't know. You put yourself in the ugly person's shoes. Girl, you gonna do that? Don't stand too close, because it's gonna count.
Oh, girl. Hey, y'all. She let me handle the nails.
Girl, and the girl was barely doing it. I had the load by forearm in my mouth so I could keep going. But no, I was really enjoying building this fence with my mom. We was having a good time, y'all. You know when you're young, your mom be like, I ain't your little friend. But soon when I get grown, now I'm your little friend. So we out there just a can, you know what I'm saying? Okay, y'all, so this portion of the video is kind of self-explanatory. We're just going to continue the same process, putting up these planks one at a time. Make sure it's not on the ground, and make sure we do have the little dog ears making a perfect V so it could be aesthetically pleasing for you. Yeah, I'm just going to do this until we complete the fence. Okay, y'all, and this is what we have at the end of the day. I did complete this portion. I'm not sure what happened to my other footage, but I did go ahead and tear down the rest of the fence and complete it on another day. Don't have it, but I do have my pictures just to show you guys that I did do it. You know how y'all likes to get. But yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. So please give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It don't matter. Just engage with me and leave all your questions, comments, or concerns down below. And we out of here.
I tried. You left my heart as